During my study abroad at KIC University, I took a class on inter-Korean relations. I became increasingly interested in Kim Dae-jung's Sunshine Policy. I extensively researched his engagement with North Korea and desired to know more about the Special Economic Zone in Kaesong. In the year 2000, Chung Ju-young, who was the founder of Hyundai, met with the North Korean leader Kim Jong-il and explained his idea of a joint economic zone in North Korea. The complex was approved by Kim and the South Korean President Kim Dae-jung. The Kaesong Industrial Complex was a factory located in the North Korean city Kaesong and was a place where North Koreans and South Koreans worked together to produce products for South Korean small and medium enterprises. The complex operated from 2004 to 2016 despite the rocky relationship between the North and South. There was one temporary closure in 2013, however, it opened up a few months after closing. The complex finally closed after North Korea launched a satellite in February of 2016. The KIC produced many goods, and historians mentioned the amount of inter-Korean trade that increased during the complex's operations. However, few historians mention whether South Koreans see the KIC as effective. Using newspapers, public polls, and government statements, one can conclude that the KIC is seen as a highly successful endeavor in South Korean public view. The complex is effective for various reasons. First, during operations, the complex opened North Korea to increase visits from foreigners, which brought new ideologies. For example, South Koreans brought in choco pies and gave them to their workers. The North Koreans would sell these treats at illegal markets in North Korea. In the Chosun Daily newspaper, one source familiar with North Korean affairs stated, "It looks like officials in the North have singled out choco pies as an agent that may be spreading anti-socialist values from the South. These foreigners that entered North Korea brought capitalist and democratic ideology. These were strictly anti-socialist ideologies. These ideas spread throughout North Korean markets and reached many citizens." Second, the KIC can also be considered effective because of the economic gains brought to the two Koreas. Before the complex, North Korea recorded negative economic growth for 8 straight years. The complex produced billions of dollars during operations and increased inter-Korean trade. Also, in a poll taken on the small and medium enterprises who had operated in the Kaesong Industrial Complex, it mentioned that 87.2% of the companies that had operated in the Kaesong Industrial Complex evaluated its economic performance as positive. The KIC brought billions of dollars in trade, helped keep small and medium enterprises in business, and brought increased foreign investments to both countries. Finally, the KIC has also provided thousands of job opportunities for North Koreans with many benefits. The complex allowed for 55,000 North Korean workers to obtain jobs at the complex. The workers were given insurance, overtime pay, better health conditions and nutrition, higher wages, and many amenities like apartments, free buses, medical centers, convenience stores, karaoke, etc. The complex was truly effective in South Korean public opinion. Despite these positive effects of the KIC, the two countries still remain opposed to one another. There was no complete unification that came from the KIC, only temporary peace. Only time will tell whether long-lasting peace can be obtained on the peninsula through economic means similar to the Kaesong Industrial Complex or through separate means like politics, engagement, or force. The question remains if Korea will ever reunite or will continue on the path of two separate nations. However, the KIC will remain large in the legacy of inter-Korean relations due to the large strides it made in inter-Korean cooperation and collaboration. It will stand as a beacon and a model for the potential future interactions between the two countries.